Residents of Zion in Trelawny were dealt a double blow after Hurricane Melissa flattened their homes and the shelter they turned to for safety started leaking. Kimon White was in Trelawny yesterday and now reports.
What was meant to be a place of refuge quickly turned into chaos for Coral Spence after the roof of the Holland High School shelter began leaking during the passage of Hurricane Melissa. She said she and others had no choice but to keep moving from one classroom to another, trying to escape the leakage.
Everybody did a wet up in there, so we did have to leave and come to another classroom, which the same thing happened. So we have to leave from that classroom now and come to another classroom, which worse. Yeah.
What was it? How badly was the leaking?
It bad, because we have to join benches together, chairs together, if we put the pit in them to sleep on.
Ceiling materials soaked and falling onto the floor, water pooling in classrooms and drenched desks and chairs, all a clear sign of the conditions they were exposed to Tuesday night. Another resident, Kamika Plummer, said she had to get creative just to make her children a bit more comfortable.
The ceilings were falling down. I don't know what they use in the top of the ceilings, but those cannot hold water. So as the water go on it, them soak and it just come down in the school. And over there is a very big mess over there. Even though the roofing didn't come off, but they were leaking, like rain was literally falling inside of the building.
So you were over there all night with that going on?
Yes, ma'am. So we got a tarpaulin and tie to make a second ceiling.
Florence Williams, the shelter manager, said things were manageable at first, but conditions worsened as the storm intensified.
It was okay until the storm started. So when the storm started now, then the breeze started coming in and they have to start moving from classroom to classroom. As you see, the condition of them stay right now. So it's a shelter, but maybe it's the magnitude of the storm that caused all this. When Beryl came last year, it's the center we used and it wasn't that bad.
And after the hurricane, community members returned to a devastating scene. Homes damaged and many who lived in board houses are now homeless.
I saw my neighbor house, my house, my zinc them fly off, everything. It was a disaster. We don't know where to start from just now.
I saw damage. I saw a lot of people crying and but I didn't feel that way. I'm not going to lie to you, I never feel that way. Because I have life.
Miss Williams told Radio Jamaica News on Wednesday that they are still waiting for help to arrive.
Food to the poor did contact us and ODPEM, but through this time now and the cut off of the internet, we don't get no contact with them, so we're just sitting here waiting.
Kimon White, TVJ News.
We now go back to Westmoreland now, where funeral homes are facing challenges, unable to access the bodies of individuals who died during Hurricane Melissa. Kimberly Petty has our story.
The scenes from the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa have left persons emotional, but what residents say is more traumatizing is passing the corpse of persons that died along the roadway, simply because there is no means of getting it to the morgue. TVJ News spoke to this resident from Amity in the parish.
I mean, it's very sad. It's very sad. I'd expected that I would have seen a better response from the government overall. I literally haven't seen 2 police cars since. And I've driven from Amity to Savlamar, to George's Plain, to Burn Savannah. And you're not seeing anyone. There's no help. It's just the community helping the community.
The distraught resident said he would have passed some police stations that were intact.
I'm not sure. I just saw a JDF helicopter flying over Froome, so I'm not sure if that is going to land somewhere. That was like an hour ago. That's the first sign of some sort of response that I've seen. Apart from that is the residents that are trying to clear the roads, because majority of the roads are blocked by light posts.
If you were to describe in 2 words, what has happened in Westmoreland, what would those words be?
Catastrophic and chaos.
We also caught up with Member of Parliament for Eastern Westmoreland, Dr. Dayton Campbell.
Yeah, from our check so far today, the death toll has risen to 10. We have the 2 in Lennox Bigwoods, 1 in Hollyhill, 1 in Lower Darliston, 2 in Seaford Town, 1 in Hilltop area of Seaford, and 1 in Seaford Town proper. And then we have 2 in Gordon in White House, 1 in Farm, and 1 in Petersville.
Dr. Campbell said he is hoping that the JDF aircraft will remove the bodies Thursday. TVJ News is getting reports of more deaths from residents that are not among the 10 mentioned by Dr. Campbell. Kimberly Petty for TVJ News.